Right. Okay, so you're going to notice a difference in the picture because I've had to revert to my old phone because, well, I know that I got this phone in June, so that means June last year, so that means it's now a year old, so they've got to start trying to break this so that I buy the new phone that's available in September, which is really annoying. I have no idea. I've recorded an entire video this morning which now has no sound on it. And now I'm like wondering whether this one's going to have any sound. I've checked and I've checked. I have no idea. But I also won't have that much memory on here for some reason. I need to move this, don't I? Oh, microphone on the floor. This is going to be a tragedy. Anyway, this phone won't disconnect. So my whole problem with this is I have to use these connectors. So I've got that one, and then if I want to use this one, I have to use that connector. And if anybody, you know, closes a door in paradise in this building, it disconnects this one. But for some reason, the video that I did this morning is just screaming. And it said that it was recording. So, yeah, so I got a text message as well this morning saying, oh, you should upgrade your phone. And then they were like they sent a message about how much I'm paying for my device plan and things like that, and things that make you think, oh, why are you sending me this message? Anyway, at least I'll have this to search on. I don't like this phone anyway. Having just used this little diddy one here, I'm so much happier with that as a handset. Right, I have 2 bags like this, which have come from a family member. This is their stuff that we're going to donate to a charity shop, but they would rather send to me. 2 of. I had a cursory look, so I know that there's some good stuff, but I am opening it on camera, hoping that you can hear me. I can't believe that I have videoed a whole thing this morning, which has gone nowhere. Anyway, the reason that I know that this is likely to be good stuff is that this is the sort of stuff which was on top of it. And I just thought, oh, that's just a box, a mulberry box. But no, it is a mulberry silk scarf. You know, genuine. It's got the label on here. That is it. So if you ever do see one in and around, that is what the label looks like, and it is just tacked on in what I would say a very haphazard way. I'm gutted that I can't show you this on my phone because this does have much better, clearer quality camera than this one. So anyway, that's what it looks like with that on there. I know that it's going to be genuine because I know my family member, and I know that they shop in proper designer stores. It's got Mulberry written on it there. It's obviously got everything that you would expect to see. It's got the tissue paper in here. This is called Rose Square 55. That doesn't even look like anything that exciting, but Mulberry, Mulberry, Mulberry. Don't really know where to begin with pricing that. I'm hoping that I could get like around the 100 mark. I just don't know. This is going to be a lot of research for me because obviously mulberry is not something I'm going to pick up. If I see it in the charity shop, I'm just going to assume that it's fake. I think if I'd seen a label like that hanging off, I might have assumed that that was fake. I also have 2 boxes of shoes, which they've kindly given me. So Kurt Geiger, I thought, oh well, that's nothing. I was wrong. And I've then got Hoff. I have looked these up. So these sell for around the resale value around the 70 mark. The original price was £100. So I'm able to get 70 for this on the resale market. I'm glad that it is under 100 because I do believe that when you sell something over the 100 mark, you have to send it to be verified, authenticated. So that's all that they look like. There's some other ones which are a lot more pastel. I don't know what Hoff is. I only know who David Hasselhoff is, and obviously don't think it's anything to do with him. I've got the original receipt here. Yeah, it's £99. They only bought these last year. These Kurt Geiger ones are last year. Obviously I have spoken to my family member. This is my great cousin. So my mum's sister's daughter, great cousin. And yeah, great cousin would send you all this stuff. I obviously met up with them. So this is the Barcelona. That is quite cool. That is quite cool. I can see there that it's called the Barcelona. That is quite cool. Yeah, I like that. Her reasoning for getting rid of these was she wore them and they hurt like hell. So she was like, I'm not wearing them. Also, you know, and quite rightly, why would you wear something that just wrecks your feet? I'm a bit like that with Converse. I really like some Converse, but they absolutely kill. Right, so Kurt Geiger. Now, Kurt Geiger, I think they've got they definitely had an outlet shop in the Lowry Outlet Mall in Salford, and subsequently I just thought, well, these aren't going to be worth that much. However, if you look at the edge here, which will not focus because obviously I'm now using my old phone. Lord only knows. The pigeon's just been on the balcony and knocked something over. I was just going to let it do its own thing. Yeah, so if this was my actual phone and it was focusing, you could see that this says 200 quid on that. And these are last season as well. It says autumn winter 23. So these are called the Kensington sneaker. And I've looked these, I have actually got these listed. I've listed these for 150 quid because they're really, really nice. So we've got houndstooth, diamantes, eagle's head. There's an eagle's head underneath it. It is very, very nice. Yeah, these are really nice. I had no idea that some Kurt Geiger sells for so much. I could easily get 100 for them. I have listed them for the 150 mark. Somebody else has sold the exact ones for 150. Obviously they are less than a year old, you know, but technically so is this phone, and it's obviously on its way out. Ooh, technology does annoy me. Yeah, I'm getting frustrated because I can just see how hazy this video is compared to my old camera. My newer camera. This looks like I'm in a dream sequence type situation. And obviously I can't pause it and things like that. Right, so stuff that is in the bag. Obviously we don't need a poppy. I'm going to have to take that off. So this is just a weird fish coat. This needs a wash. Yeah, it's got a mark all the way down one side of it. Hopefully, I mean, I know it's going to say specialist clean because this feels like leather. No, it's cotton and polyester. It does say I can machine wash it at 40. I'm very surprised Didn't expect that. So this is also in size large. There's lots of marks on there. I'm just zipping it up because I just look like I'm swinging around some weird thing. Yeah, so that's what it is. It's just a coat. I don't know how much weird fish coats go for. It feels a bit like it's been worn. I'm going to close these curtains. Feels better. It just, on top of the phone not being a decent phone, it was like putting me in a dream sequence state. Right, so this one is again a coat. Obviously, I've had a little look because I saw the coats on the top, and I did have a little look. So my family members live up in Scotland. Oh, come on. Do you know, sometimes zipping up a coat makes you feel like a toddler, like it's the first thing that you've ever done in your life. I can't zip that up. Please don't tell me that it's broken. It's one of these ones that's got a double zip on it, so if you try and pull the bottom... Right, I'll have to have a look at that. Anyway, this is Hogs of Fife. I've never found this brand before. I have to say that. I found a shirt. The shirt's listed. It's not sold. They obviously sell for quite a good price. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sourcing that. Come on. Honestly. I am a toddler. God. I think that zipping up a coat would be a real issue. This is a very nice coat. This is very well padded. Definitely for somebody who lives in Scotland. Goodness me. It's even got a matching hat. I thought that was like tissues. I never expected that. So it's actually got a matching flat cap on inside the pocket. This is wool and polyester. Really, yeah, it is really nice. So this, obviously, this is going to sell later on in the year, but I will be listing it now. Hogs of Fife, all branding all on that. On that zip, which I was struggling with. Very nice quality. Hopefully that is like around the £100 mark. Let's see. Hogs of... You see, if I could use this phone to video, I could now pause you while you were bored. Right. Yeah, it's the wrong time of year to be doing a search on that. It's definitely going to be a 50 quidder, if not a £100 job. I'm going to have to do therapy research on that. But that is so cool. I can't believe it's got a matching peak cap with it. That's so cool. Yeah. Told you, you know, it's a good thing to have relatives. I suppose I should fling this on now because Team GB is a thing. I'm not sure what that is. It's just this Paralympics scarf. When was the last Olympics? Don't know. 2012. 2012. Right, so I mean, that I need to get on Sharpish because obviously the Olympics. Is it the Olympics? Something's happening in France. I'm not going to get much for that because it is just a scarf. Oh, it has been opened. Yeah, so it is a scarf with the date 2012 on it. That might sell it was originally only £10 anyway, so we'll have a look at that. What have we got on here? This is Joe Brown's. I know it's Joe Brown. I can see it there, but I also know that that's Joe Brown's. This is obviously linen, size 14. Just a basic jacket. Very happy with that. Everything here is going to be like size 12 to 14 because with similar sizes. It's viscose and linen, but it feels very linen. Happy with that. The reason I'm going through these is because I do want to donate the stuff which I can't sell, or which I can't be arsed with. Oh my god. Now I know as well, like bar the coat, the coat that was a little bit funny. I know that all of this is going to be clean, and I sort through bags at work of stuff that's come in. People don't clean anything. They literally, they wear it and cover it in sweat and then put it in a donation bag. I don't know what is wrong with people. This is a Gina Bocconi dress, and it is a very nice maxi. It is pink, although the camera is suggesting otherwise. Zipped the back with ruching. They're happy with that. They're happy. And again, yeah, I mean, I don't need to look at the sizes for this because I know that it's a size 12 to 14. It is just polyester, so that should be a 30 pounder. I'm not even bothered because it's all free stock. Zara dust bag there. This is quite worn, so I may well not bother with this. I suppose, if anything, I need to break my Vinted cherry and start using Vinted to sell. Don't think that this is leather, fake leather. I don't really know. It's one of those crossbody bags. May well have been worn with that pink dress, but it's picked up all of the pink from the garment, so that's not like great. So I may well just donate that just for simplicity, but there's a good chance that that will just go in a rag bag at charity, because the thing is that I would have to make that decision at work, and yeah, I'm not sure we would better sell that because it you know, we'd probably at Cancer Research they'd probably only put £2 on that, but then, you know, it's a dust bag, and as well, if it goes to charity, the dust bag will probably not be part of it. Well, I just don't know. I'm going to vintage that. I am going to break my vintage cherry because I need to. And this is H&M cardigan. It would be fantastic if I did just have stuff that was solely on Vinted. Nice chunky cardigan this. This looks like mohair. It is only H&M. Let's see. What is it? Alpaca blend. Again, size medium. It's probably got the tag cut out because it just looks like something that would show up. Yeah, I don't know whether to put that on my eBay or not. I don't know. I'm gonna try and sell it. A River Island jacket. I mean, let's get realistic. I need to start selling on Vinted. My issue with Vinted is the fact that I don't want to pay for one of these. Well, I don't want to put my trust into one of these services which allegedly delists something at the point when it sells, because I just think, yeah, whatever. I think sometimes you probably, because I need to keep Vinted small and stay off the radar, because I know a lot of people lose their accounts, putting a lot of stuff on that's the same size and it's my size, that means I can put my stuff on there. If I'm going to start listing on Vinted, I will still declare it on my tax return. It just makes more sense for me to put this stuff on and put my stuff on there that I'm getting rid of, because we're both, these will all be the same size and it just doesn't look peculiar. I say that, this is a size 10. This is a size 10. Viscose River Island sort of blouse type thing. I don't know. I don't like Vinted as a buyer. That's my issue. I have a Zara skirt, which is heavily sequined. It's yellow and black. It's sort of very limey yellow. Size large. You see, no, but yeah, that's a size large, but that is a size. Yeah, you'd be lucky to fit into that if you were a size 12 and it says large. And large should be like size 14 to 16 technically. Yeah, happy with that, but again, it might help me with my foray into Vinted. More mad sequins here. This is River Island. Wow, this is insane. This is like a kimono, I think. Yeah, I'm a person who avoids sequins because they always fall off. This I'll put on eBay. And the reason that I will put it on eBay is because kimonos are very popular and kimonos are likely to sell overseas as well. So I wouldn't like to limit my audience for that. But look at that. That is insane. I can't say that I would go into a shop and buy this myself. Yeah, it's a definite kimono. Definite kimono. It's so bizarre because it's like a million miles away from the stuff. If I saw that in a shop, I wouldn't buy it. So yeah, really weird. Yeah, I promised you anyway. It's River Island. It says large on it, but kimono is large anyway. Right, that is an empty bag now. So, what have we got here? This just says made in India. So I'm not sure what that is. I mean, the label looks very similar to the label that they have, that Fool and, you know, other brands like that have. But that, you know, that needs to be sold now because that's the summer top. Tie-dye. I mean, dare I say, some of this stuff is Depop appropriate as well. Yeah, so this looks like it's unbranded. No, it has got a brand label in here. It says Osho. Yeah, so yeah, I am definitely feeling that I can, I mean, I may well donate that. However, I think that much of this stuff is stuff I'm going to list on Vinted and try my luck with Vinted. This is Victoria's Secret. I don't know then whether it looks very Christmassy. My extended family are one of they will put pajamas on for Christmas and put a Facebook photo on. So I think this is why they've got pajamas here. Victoria's Secret, I have not done very well with it. I mean, we do get Victoria's Secret in the charity shops, and I have attempted to sell leggings of theirs before. Didn't do very well, so I wouldn't touch them again. Victoria's Secret. But that is a pyjama top. That's likely to get ragged if it goes to charity shop, so I will put that on Vinted. Ah. Right, so I'm going to try these on eBay. Because they are Robels. Now, my luck with Robels is so bad. This has got to now, like, bring it back for me. So these are the Eleanor jeans, Robel. Obviously in a size 12. I know that they're really stretchy. I've tried one of the pairs of Rebels on and I was really surprised how well they fit, and they were dead comfortable. Not that I'm going to do that myself. My problem is with Rebels is, number one, I had a really nice lemon pair of Rebels. And they even had embroidered like lemon on them, or in some kind of embroidered fruit or something on it. We're talking 2 years ago, because I will not pick it up anymore. And that took forever to sell. It was the depths of summer as well. It just would not sell. And then my other Rebels that I sold, I got bad feedback from them. You know, and the bad feedbacks that you get really stick in your throat. The bad feedbacks that I've had have always been stupid. I got that one because they're always about size. You see, the bad feedback that I've got that's sitting there at the minute is about something that didn't fit somebody. And so I got bad feedback because it didn't fit them. What? Because it was vintage sizing. I'd explained about 4 times in the listing and in the description, which I'd copied and pasted into the condition which is supposed to appear on the listing. And they'd said that it didn't fit them, so obviously that's my fault. Naturally, that's my fault. And then the other piece of bad feedback that I have, I can't even see, it won't, yeah. Came in good condition, however seller listed the wrong size. It was a UK 18, not 14. It was a size 14 because it was Marks and Spencer's, which you can see there. Yeah, it won't show me anything that's more than a year old, so I can't show you the other one. So the other one that I had was also about size, because this thing here, this label here, which has got the sizing on with Robels, notoriously, when it's been worn, does that, where it curls up and sort of sits underneath the seam, so you can't see it unless you drag it out to have a look. And it had done that, and I dragged it out for the photographs and photographed it, and then they still gave me bad feedback because they said there was no size on them. It wasn't, I mean, I assumed that it fitted them. They just were being a knobhead. Yes, and even them, I think I sold them for £15, and that was at the height of Robel being popular. So it just, I'm going to give it a 3rd attempt. It may be that I have sold some other Robels and done quite well with them, but generally if I see them I won't pick them up, because I just think, oh, somebody else can do that. Somebody else can sell them well, then they can sell them well. So that's one bag down, and now another bag. I should be like dead excited because this is free stuff. It is, it's good. Because I probably would have been worrying about how to keep 5 going live every day. Everything's inside out and back to front here. This is really nice. I should do really well with this. Dare I say I can get like around the £50 mark for this. So this, I can see it's Zara. So Zara are a strange one. So Zara, if you ever look into their prices, they've got stuff for like the £10 mark going right up to the, you know, £500 mark. So this is a really nice dress with tigers on it. And it was well, it's been reduced and it was £50 in the sale. I'm not going to pick it off and see what's underneath it because that won't happen. So I'm probably going to try for around the 50 mark for this, because I know that some Zara is better than others, and this looks like the sort of thing that maybe a celebrity has worn, so I'll have a good look at that. One of the things that I find very useful, and once I've taken my photos on my mannequin, I tend to run them through Google images, and it usually brings something up. It's much easier to do it once you've done your actual photos. I have got a pair of mint velvet, size 14. These are glitter thread wide leg trousers, and they've got elastication on the back as well, so although they're trousers, if you've got pockets, I'll end up wearing these for work myself. They have got pockets. I mean, yeah, so short leg, short girl problems with them, so I'm not gonna try them on. But yeah, so yeah, I think they do shorts. They do short and long in mint velvet. Anyway, mint velvet, I should better get 25 for them. You know, I know that sounds optimistic, but it's got a nice side stripe. It's got the glitter. They feel relatively unworn, and I know they haven't been ragged around in because I know where they've come from. I have recently sold a mint velvet long line blouse for £30, so it is possible to get good prices for what am I saying? Mint velvet. Sorry, I'm just looking at this because it is Free People. Obviously Urban Outfitters are Free People, I believe. Looking at the label, that looks like an Urban Outfitters. I mean, everything Free People is now Urban Outfitters, isn't it? So I suppose this should go on Depop. It's going to go on my eBay. Somebody was asking me why I don't do Vinted and why I don't do... The reason that I don't do Vinted is because I don't like my experience as a buyer, so to become a seller, it would just annoy me. But I am going to try it. I would also like to try Vestiaire, and I probably will do Vestiaire with the mulberry scarf. I will just put select things on. I'm going to put certain types of things on Vinted, because obviously you're not supposed to be on there if you're not if you're a business seller, and I am a business seller, even though it would be nice to put my eggs in some other baskets. Obviously, I have my eggs in a basket, and I have a job that brings in a decent amount of money. But I like to match what I earn in my work with reselling. This is really nice. This is a really long coat here, so this will sell in the autumn months. It's studded. Obviously got the plaid, but it's also got a floral panel. I mean, this could sell now for the later festivals, and it is brand new with tags, Free People. So it's that label, We the Free. I know it's Free People because I know it's Free People. It does say Free People on the label, but I know what We the Free is. Yeah, I'm gonna eBay that, because I'm gonna eBay that. It's not together. I should probably hurry this up. French Connection. French Connection don't do that well. I won't pick French Connection up. French Connection, size 14, but for free, I will definitely list it. I thought I would have a bag now of stuff to take to the charity. I really do. What have we got here? Another French Connection. It did look like this went together. Oh, they do go together. It just, that looks slightly off coloured. That looks slightly off coloured, but it is the same colour. Well, there you go then. So this is a suit. Forget Me Not, a Miko Whisper Ruth blazer. So yeah, if you've ever go round like shops like John Lewis and the rest of it, you know that these things command a lot of money, but you know they're not desirable. I mean, it speaks volumes that my cousin's like bought this and then not worn it. French Connection had its day 25 years ago. That was its day. Yeah, I'll still eBay that. And then if it doesn't sell, I'll, depending on how this vintage thing is gone, I'll put it on there. I have no idea why that is in there. So I mean, that may well go to the charity. Yeah, it's the wrong time of year to be selling that, but I may well send that to the charity. This looks like a Batman cape. Anyway, so this is fancy dress. So fancy dress stuff, generally, if it goes to the charity shop, it gets disposed of because they just can't sell it, and it's Cancer Research's policy. So that's a cape to go with my vampire fangs. Me and Thee. I don't know what Me and Thee is. So I mean, I hope that you're all like massively excited here. It's only got the toggle on it, so I don't really know what the prices are. This is really nice. Really nice velvet dress with all the ruching that you could possibly want. This is very Jessica Rabbit. Yeah, that's really nice. So I mean, this will be an eBay one because I need to put it on the mannequin. And obviously it's got a dust bag, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I mean, I'm sure if you tuned in, and you're here for a learning exercise. Me, ampersand, and Thee. Me and Thee dress. Do you know, I put in the ampersand, so it needs the ampersand. I put it in and then it's changed it for me. It's got rid of the ampersand, so it's only searching on the ampersand. So there's a few people got this on auction and not and getting like the £6 mark, which is always like really like worrying, isn't it? The same dress is actually there, not sold. So I've got 25 results there. So if you're ever wondering, if you've got so I've got 25 results there of things that haven't sold. So then if you go on filter, so obviously I've got this on completed, but if I press sold, it shows me that 8 things have sold there. So that tells me that the sell-through rate for this is around 22%. Does it not? So we had 25. So if 5 things had sold, then that's 20%. So it's not quite the 25%. So the sell-through rate is not great, and I'm only going to get £20 for this dress, which isn't great. And now my husband's here, so I'm going to stop the video. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I do have to like pause because my husband does like a conversation when he comes in from work naturally. Right, so yeah, the sell-through date for this isn't good, and it is only the £20 mark. But I'll still list that. Probably on eBay. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to let you know if I actually start doing vintage or just something about it. Right, so because I haven't been, because I've just had a pause, I've just been able to do a bit of research about the next item which I pulled out of the bag. Yeah, Chanel bag. It's not genuine. I did think that my family would not necessarily buy snide things, but yeah, I just don't, there's no lining that says this is Coco Chanel in there. It's also got a broken zip on it. I have pulled out a receipt which was in the depths of there, which is from 2016. So, you know, I know it's got some age to it, but I also know that they've spent a lot of time like traveling. So traveling means that you can pick up fake things. It's a nice bag, but there's just, the stitching isn't quite there. The Chanel isn't quite there. And I think that with Chanel, the two C's are part of the clasp, and the clasp is with that is not that. That has no branding on it, and obviously there's no branding inside, and there isn't even a made in China thing in here. So yeah, I don't think there's any point in me exploring any it's just, yeah, it's got this broken zip. This isn't it, you know, and I'm not like frightened that I haven't got a special pair of white gloves to look at this. The pocket shape on the real one is slightly different. It's a 1990s version of it, but the shape isn't holding there. The shape isn't holding at the bottom necessarily. So, and it feels like it's got a bit of cardboard in the top to hold the shape at the top. Yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't think that it's happening for that. I may well take this in to work and see what my colleague thinks of it, because she does know a bit about designer bags. But yeah, I think that's fake. What a shame. Right, so Pretty Little Thing. I don't think that these are Carol's. Size 6, maybe? I mean, so wedges, Pretty Little Thing. Again, I need to dip my toes into vintage, so that'll do nicely for dipping. I don't know why I'm like putting it into this precious dust bag from Pretty Little Thing. What we've got here, a hat, Suzanne and Betley wool hat, that's the tag. I mean, it's just a hat. What can you say about a hat? Hats isn't something that I've done. Well, it's a fascinator, isn't it? You know, it's got an Alice band on it, so it's just a fascinator. Yeah, it looks straight out of the 90s. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. For a start, I don't have a mannequin that has a head, which is a problem, and I don't have a little bust, but it would be useful to have a little bust to like put things like that on. I have other hats, and I mean, I've got this hat now, haven't I? If I end up getting a bust, then I'll end up selling more hats. Don't know. I don't know whether to bother or not. What have we got here? These look absolutely crazy. These must have come from my younger relative. whose wedding I've just been to. Yeah, I don't like the look of the glue on this. I might donate these. There's certain things I don't want to get involved in, and this would be impossible to photograph. If I donate it to my workplace, it's going to annoy me, because that's going to be just one of those things which is constantly falling around. So obviously it's lace up all the way, but it's a known brand from what I can see. Simi. I don't think it's worth looking up because they're so covered in glue, or maybe it's just dirt. Don't know. I think it's dirt actually, which is annoying because I've just cleaned the floor here. Yeah, maybe they do just need a little clean. Right, so let's look up Simi London. Simi London. It's not going to come up with anything. It would help if I typed it in properly. No. Yeah, they're not a good brand. I'm going to donate them because it's not even worth the grief and hassle of trying to photograph something that looks like that. Right, so I'm going to stuff that back in this first bag. I've got a... Yeah, so this is obviously quality because they're just clipped on, these, so that's fallen off. Yeah. It would appear that I have a fair few amount of things here from other people. Don't know what that is. They look like Tetris pieces, so that's not really very helpful. A cheap star, that's not very helpful. This will probably, yeah, not quite sure what to do with them. We'll just throw them in the bag. I'm not going to do anything with them. What have we got here? Yes, juicy couture. I hope the rest of this is in here. Now, I know that I should like put these on other platforms, but I'm starting to do quite well with juicy couture on... Oh, for God's sake. Is this the start of me getting arthritis or something? Oh, God. Is it just the quality of zips is just not what it was? Right. So, sorry about that. Right, so I've got a juicy couture. Yeah, I think it might have been in a video that I thought that said something about pork. I thought it said, why does it say something about pork? It says New York on it. Juicy New York rules. Thankfully, it's not gemmed. I mean, gemmed is what you want, but I've just recently had a Vela hooded top from Juicy Couture that was gemmed on the back, and all the gems were falling off, so I let it go really cheap to somebody who was a big seller of Juicy Couture. So hopefully they're going to do it up. It does seem like it's a bit cracked on the print, but I think it's just the Vela showing through. So yeah, really nice. This is well, maybe it is my immediate cousins, but there we are, Juicy Couture. I hope the rest of it's on there. That's definitely going to go on my eBay. Naturally, I can't see the bottom of that. It's the rest of those pyjamas. So the pyjamas I will attempt vinted. That is my noise for eBay. And I have sold something I've had since Doomsday. I've only sold it for $7.99. I've sold a pair of shorts. There you go. Oh, a Bieber. Yeah, the Bieber that I've had that I've done quite well with has come from my cousin. should better get £30 for these. Now that's, I know that sounds quite far-fetched because Bieber is just one of those that sticks around, but it is expensive. It's in House of Fraser, and it, you know, it's worth waiting for the money on. Yeah, really happy with them. Size 14, I believe. I haven't looked at the size. Size 12. And they are Tory. Tory as in Victoria. Yeah, I'm really pleased with them. Put them down there. This feels like a print that I've seen a zillion times in the charity shops. This is Quiz, size 14. Just a basic dress. I don't know where Quiz is sitting at the minute. I mean, Quiz used to be, they used to do some fantastic dresses. This is not very Quiz. It looks more like an Oliver Bonus like style, asymmetric. Again, if I do dip my toes in vintage, maybe this is the way to dip my toes in. It would be nice to spread the basket of earning around. Are these pyjamas? So it's another Zara thing, and like I said, some Zara is actually very expensive. This is very crispy. What is it? The thing is about Zara as well is they don't bother telling you, do they, on the label. This bag is actually better than I thought it would be. I thought they'd have a lot more for charity here, but definitely going to try that. It is a skirt. It felt a bit like it was going to be pyjamas, but yeah, a really nice skirt. Linen. I'm assuming that it's linen. Trying to find fabric content on these labels that they give you with Zara. It's only got 17% linen. The rest of it's viscose and polyester, but it's really nice. So hopefully I can get 30 for that. I mean, considering they got 60 for it. I mean, you wouldn't believe it, would you? It's got nice detail on the button there as well. Yeah, so I will attempt to get £30. These feel like silk. This is River Island. River Island. It is a skirt. I mean, it's very soft satin, so it's probably just going to be polyester, especially if it's River Island. 100% viscose. Really nice. But again, possibly a vintage thing. I don't do that well with River Island because, you know, it's very basic. Zach and Zoe jeans. Don't know what Zach and Zoe is. It doesn't look that expensive, so I don't know what they are, but they do have a nice detail down the side. Don't know. Again, I mean, they've got that cool thing on them as well. I mean, what's that for? Looks like it's supposed to have something else on it, but I don't know. So that might be a vintage job. It has to be done, doesn't it? Everybody else is doing it, so why shouldn't I? You know, you can't doggedly keep doing the same thing. I don't know what this is. This is unbranded. So that's just a basic dress. There's no way that this has come from Carol. This has come from Hazel. This I'm going to donate. I have no clue. I mean, there's raw hem and then there's raw hem. That looks like it's been cut by, if somebody's just like, oh, I've got to get a dress ready for this evening. Don't know. Yeah, it's one of them things where it just has got that in it. I'm going to just put that in the charity. I don't want to get into that. I can't put too much like weird stuff on, you know, lesser stuff on, because it will just bring down my store, my eBay store. Hence why I'm probably going to start playing with Vinted. I'm not quite sure what is going on here. This is a very titty top. This is misguided. And this is a size 8. So this has definitely come from my cousin who's in her 30s, because neither me or Carol can fit in this. So this is definitely from Hazel. Yeah, misguided size 8. Neither of us are fitting in size 8. So we'll attempt Vinted with this, with that. This is in the style. And it's very cheap quality. Bitch please, I ride a unicorn. Yeah, and naturally it's never been worn. What should we do with that? Yeah, I don't know. I'll have a look and see if I can be asked to do Vinted with these things. Gordon Bennett. I mean, these are brand new, but they're really tarnished. I mean, I don't know if you can see that. So I'm gonna have to get the, oh, they'll clean up nicely. I don't know why they look like that. However, these are Marks and Spencer, Marks and Sparks, I was going to say. I've got the label on the bottom, and they've never been worn, and they were allegedly 50 quid. I mean, allegedly, there's no allegedly about it. It says 50 quid on here. Size 6. I will put these on my eBay, because why not? I do all right with shoes, and frankly, I haven't got anything going live today. It's late in the day. I've only got shoes photographed. I've just ordered boxes through with my eBay packaging voucher, so it'd probably be quite useful to have some shoes going on. I mean, what are we thinking? Can I get £30 for them? Because they were 50, probably more like 25. Don't know. So I need to give them a buff. Right, so this is everything that's left. That, there's a few like random sundry bits here. Yeah, it's weird because I was looking at some of the other stuff, and it didn't even have a CE mark on it, because charity shops, so literally if it doesn't have a CE mark, a charity shop will have to just throw it away. I can't see that this has got a CE mark on it. I don't know. So I've got a random pen, some poachies, and some pencil sets. Are any of these anything to write home about? I doubt it very much. Chronicle books. I mean, these were £10.99, so they are just pens. It's stuff like this I could put on, but I do want to take some of this to the charity shop. And I'm probably gonna take my car tomorrow to work and take a whole bunch of this stuff, because I'm sick of the sight of it. And as much as I wanted to take it to Bernardo's, I've now driven a bag of stuff to Bernardo's twice, and they're not accepting donations, so they can sing for it. I'm just gonna have to, because I work there and I'm embarrassed, I'm gonna go through a bag of it and just say rag on a bunch of it. Because I don't want my colleagues to have to sort through stuff. A basic t-shirt from H&M, so that is enough for me to dip my toe into size medium, dip my toe into a Vinted. I know that to everybody Vinted is really easy, but I find eBay really easy, and I find Vinted really aggravating. And I've never, if I have an annoyance with it, I will not be going forward with it. I've got a very nice ethnic top here from River Island. Lord have mercy. You see, it's stuff like that. You see, I know that I can write dolman's sleeve and things like that on eBay. I find eBay listing really easy, whereas I find not having item specifics annoys me, because I like to be able to put things like flared in. I like to have the boxes to be able to put it in to guide people to my listing, where I don't feel like you have that on other platforms necessarily. Like Depop, you have to just like write it all in hashtags, and it just blows my mind. Yeah, so evidently this hasn't been worn. It was originally £40, it was then reduced to £15, and then it sat in my cousin's wardrobe and she didn't wear it, so size 8. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna eBay that, because it's just easier to eBay it. A Zara top, glitter. See, this is another thing that I like about eBay. If I put that on eBay, you can't see. I mean, I do a video on stuff that's metallic on eBay, so that generally you can see how it looks in strong sunlight, and that's like an example of something that you need to do that with. Size large. God, I'm knackered today. This looks like a blondie t-shirt. I have only seen the edge of it. Yeah, I'm bang on. Blondie t-shirt. Some of these things that just... who's done this? Can't tell you who's done this. MKT. Who's MKT? I mean, Mark 1 has long since left the building. I don't know who that is. Blondie. Do I want to mess around with that? Probably not. Let's get rid of that. Another t-shirt here. Another Zara t-shirt in plain pink. I don't even need to iron anything that goes to Vinted, do I? I just need to throw it on the floor and just list it. This looks like underwear, but it is a vest top. What is going on here? This just looks really strange. So it's like got a built-in bra to the top. This looks virtually unworn. This is Marks and Spencer's. Yeah, we'll try that. Oh, Vinted, I need to go to bed. I don't know why it's not got a back brand on it. I don't know. Anyway, a little cami vest with a built-in bra. Yeah. We'll try Vinted with it. Last two things. Neither of which are like very exciting. So I've got a Zara mesh top. This I'll probably eBay, just because I can keyword it for like the autumn months, you know, and Halloween. So that's where that one's going to go. Again, so this is a medium. These sizes are all over the place. I really thought I would be able to like put loads and loads of bits on that were the same size, so as not to like flag my account, but that's looking less and less unlikely with a few like size 8 things on there. I mean, yeah, it just goes to show though, doesn't it? Somebody who's my size, I buy stuff that's small, medium, large and XL. And a lot of the time they will end up with like the labels on them and not being worn. So this is the last item, and it's fascinating. I mean, good. Thank you for anybody who's still here. This is a £15 Marks and Spencer's basic top. So yeah, again, I may well just do a Vinted job on that, because why not? It is definitely something I need to do. And why is there a sequin on the carpet now? I hoovered before I started this, so if the sequin's on the carpet, I'm not going to be best pleased. Yeah, I am really happy with that. You cannot moan when you get free stock, because what kind of ungrateful person would you be if you did that? Last time I had a bunch of I had a load of stuff from them. I did end up getting rid of a lot of it, but it was because we'd had a relative who had passed away, so it was some of their stuff, and then again it was my two great cousins who'd, well, great cousin and her daughter, which makes them both great cousins, I think, to me. It was both of their stuff, hence why I'm getting size 8 and size medium. But yeah, it was a real mixed bag last time, but I think because they didn't know I was coming up, they just did a quick, here, do you want this? And I was like, yeah, okay. But again, that was 2 bags of stuff and it was really good. Yeah, so I'm really happy with that. And now I need to start processing, and I need to designate exactly what I'm going to put on Vinted. And excuse me, I'm doing a video here. I need to put a box to one side for stuff which is solely listed on Vinted. I think the general consensus is, if you're listing on Vinted and you are doing multiple sizes and you are, you know, you don't want to get flagged as a business seller. The trouble is I've got loads of stuff that's new with tags, haven't I? And they don't like that. But the thing is, people clear stuff out and it's new with tags. It just sounds like the Wild West to me. So yeah, in that respect, I need to put the new with tag stuff on eBay, don't I? Or send it to the charity shop, because if I put it on Vinted, they're going to go funny. But saying all of that, this is genuinely stuff which somebody would put on a Vinted account, because this is stuff that I'm selling for a relative. So why wouldn't I put it on my Vinted account? They've got a lot of audacity to get fussy with somebody for putting stuff on that's new with tags. It's like they want to stay bottom of the barrel or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Right, so I'm going to make some decisions about this. I'm just going to attack it at the moment as if I'm going to put it all on eBay, and then if this stuff, which I decide is only going to be going on Vinted, I'll set a box aside and I will just put it on Vinted. But yeah, if we've got any advice on Vinted, I would appreciate it, because I really don't like the platform. I know everybody else loves it, but I hate it. I hate it, but I know a lot of people make a lot of money on it. Yeah. Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed that. Last time I did it, everybody was like really interested to know what they got from relatives. I mean, obviously there's stuff like this, which, you know, this is good stuff, but I'm not going to do anything with that. This is just stuff that, you know, we all buy, and then we're like, why have I bought this? I'm going to sort out everything now and make sure that a whole bunch of this goes straight to my workplace. So that's the other thing, you see, is that I've got to bag up the well, number one, I've got to go into the bag that I've got and take out the Bernardo's gift aid thing, because that's just going nowhere. And then I've got to find my gift aid thing, which doesn't really matter so much because obviously I work there. And then I'm going to bag it up. If you ever donate things in the future, if you've got stuff that's rag, put it in a bag and put rag on it, because let me tell you, the amount of sorting that I've done at charity shops, and it's used underwear, rolled up socks, things that have just been literally like taken off, and they are just disgusting. If you know that you're sending stuff to rag, just bag it up and do it. I mean, I did, when I went down to my parents, I cleared out some stuff of theirs, and it was all to go to rag. And I went to the Bernardo's down there who were taking donations, and I just said, look, this is straight into your rag, and they appreciate that more than anything. If you go in there and you like imply that it's all like great stuff, like so many people do, they come in and they're like, oh, I've got all of this, oh, it's going to be, you know, you're going to love what I've donated you, and then it's all garbage, it's all high street garbage, it's all heavily worn, and you're just putting it straight into a rag bag. But they appreciate receiving stuff to go in rag. but only if you like say this is going straight into your rag, because all we've got to do is weigh it and put it in that pen. And it saves a whole lot of aggravating sorting. So yeah, I've got to bag up the stuff which is rag, and I've got to bag up the stuff which is home and linen. So like curtains and bedding and bric-a-brac all goes in a separate bag because it all goes to different people who are sorting it. So, you know, there's something that you didn't need to know. But there you go. So I'm going to sort that out so that I can take that tomorrow and take some stuff out of my beleaguered storage unit. Just the spare bedroom, which isn't the spare bedroom because we've only got 2 and barely any rooms. It's just getting a bit wacky because I've been declined taking it to Bernardo's twice. The bottom's fallen out of the bag now on the IKEA bag, so I need to transfer it all into one of these. Anyway, that's a long winded way of saying I hope you enjoyed that, and I'm going to do a cursory sort of this and start processing and start photographing and start getting some of this on eBay, because yeah, I have a lot of stuff to process. So thank you for watching, and I will be back again soon. Goodbye.